The Stanislavski acting system is one I have studied in school as an acting major. I believe this system is the best because of its emotional foundation and building techniques. The Stanislavski acting system derives from emotional memory. This is an actor's triggering an emotion on stage by recalling a personal or internal memory. It's also known as method acting. I had a friend once who, during a scene, had to cry. So she recalled her dog getting hit by a car. Tragic accident, which made her cry. But the sad thing is that even off stage, after her scene, she was distressed because it was so personal. So even Stanislavski saw this, and he saw that there needed to be a change, because actors were driven mad. And this caused quite a lot of controversy in the acting world because of such personal distress. So therefore, he developed the method of physical actions. This method drew upon the psychological process being connected with the physical process. In other words, an actor's emotions could be stimulated through simple physical actions instead of memory. Sonia Moore, who wrote the Stanislavski method, said this in an interview. If I raise a glass, a physical act, I do it for some inner or psychological reason. I may be thirsty, or I may want to see what's in it. Every inner experience is expressed through a physical action. There are three main parts to this method: units and objectives, the magic if, and subtext. A unit is a section of a scene that contains a single objective for the actor, and a unit is changed whenever the scene shifts or there's a different direction in the scene. And every unit must contain at least one objective. Sawatsky, a professor at Santa Monica College, says this: an objective is described with an active and transitive verb, for example, to annoy him, which corresponds with a physical action. It ensures correspondence with the other character because the objective is acted toward them, causing the need for a reaction. Stanislavski said, string all the objectives together and form the super-objective. The super-objective is like the spine of the scene or the play. Professor Sawatsky gives an example. Say the super-objective in a scene is to win back the love of the other character. To achieve this, the super-objective, he has to have successive unit objectives: to tease her, or to please her, or to excite her. The super-objective must be clearly defined for the audience to understand what is happening in the play, and it also helps them be involved when they know what's going on. To get away from the pure method acting, Stanislavski developed the magic if theory. This theory tells the actor to make choices as if they were in the same situation as the character. If I were blank, what would I do? This allows the character's objectives to be translated through the actor's physical actions. An actor cannot believe what is happening on stage to be real. An actor should not believe that he is Hamlet. This is known as the imaginative creation. You are not Hamlet. You must then create the appearance of reality on stage instead of believing it is so. Stanislavski believed that the audience needed to consider what was happening on stage to be true, to be organic, and to be real. This was achieved through the magic if theory. He said, bring yourself to the part of taking hold of a role, as if it were your own life. Speak for your character and your own person. When you sense this real kinship to your part, your newly created being will become soul of your soul, flesh of your flesh. That brings us to subtext. Subtext Subtext, of course, is the meaning that lies beneath the spoken word. This can be created by posture, gesture, intonation, emphasis, pauses, and actions. Professor Sawatsky gives another great example. Jane accidentally runs into Tom, whom she finds extremely annoying. Social necessities oblige her to be pleasant to him, while underneath she wants to get as far away from him as possible. This creates the objective for Jane in the scene. So the audience is presented with duality behavior from Jane. Sonia Moore, who wrote the Stanislavski system, says that he wrote, "Spectators come to the theater to hear the subtext. They can read the text at home." Subtext also gives the audience a sense of a secret that they get to share with the character. No one else knows except for them and the character, which makes for ironic or funny or very dramatic scenes. I think that Stanislavski's method is the best, but there are many others to study. But by studying his main points, such as units and objectives, the magic if, and subtext, it can take an actor's performance from basic portrayal on stage to true art on stage. Now, it is not a dogma to follow, but it is definitely a tool to use.